My name is Lillian Abe. I am the Woman MP of Kitgum District. Today I've called you members of the press, and I would like to communicate and pass on the information about the education scheme. And why I am coming up with this education scheme is because I am trying to see how I can help the community with the challenges of the COVID, that most of the parents are unable to take their children back to school, and especially looking at the girl child support. So my office has come out with a scholarship scheme of sponsoring 2 students per sub-county. So Kitgum District has got 22 sub-counties, and I've picked 1 girl and 1 boy to support in the school, and I'll be contributing 100,000 shillings every term. And this scholarship will run for the entire O level. I'm doing that up to senior 4, and we'll walk through with these students and see that they also appreciate life and get skills, get education, and we'll see what next after that. I am taking this as a support from my office, because I realize most of the support we give sometimes in education is a 1 year or 2 years, which is not sustainable. So the names of these beneficiaries will be pinned at my offices, and whoever has qualified will check through the list and find the names. And how did I pick these beneficiaries? I looked at, first of all, the first thing is this person an orphan? Is this student a needy student at school? So I looked at the orphans. I also looked at those who are in broken marriages. You find someone is living with a mother, they're separated from the father. And also a few of the people whom we really worked with very hard during our time when we were campaigning. And we were starting with the 50. But in an event that I probably mobilize funds, because I'm starting this with my own resources, part of my salary as giving back to the community. But if I mobilize funds next year, I should be able to take more, and we see how to educate the children of Kitgum and make Kitgum a better place. So those who have not been able to succeed, it's not possible that I can finance or support everybody. But I've started with this bunch. The next time I get more, I will also be able to help. The payments will be made directly to schools, the different schools. And we are going to write a commitment letter communicating to the school and also a copy to the parents that this child is under Lillian Abe's scholarship support, and it will run for a period of 4 years. So that I will not give money directly to the student or to the parents of these students, but I will take it directly to the school. Well, what we have done is that most of these beneficiaries, most of them applied and brought in their result slips to my office, and we are looking at the seed schools. Those who are not having seed schools in their sub-counties will benefit from the next sub-county, because you're aware that some of the sub-counties have been divided. Like Muchwini used to be a Muchwini whole, but now we have Muchwini West, and so others will benefit from the nearby school. Because what I'm looking at is having that, a closer support where the parents can also be in a position to monitor. And we are looking at if one of these beneficiaries picks a school which is not within the range, like there's those who have chosen private schools, but the parents have said we are able to contribute and add the balance which is remaining on top of what you are contributing. So we have also left that open. My commitment is strictly on school fees. That is my commitment, on strictly school fees. But in an event that we lobby for anything in supporting education, of course these students who are under my scheme will be beneficiaries. When I have capacity to maybe provide the girls with sanitary pads, I'll give it to them. When I get books and pens or I get textbooks, I'll bring it to them. But the commitment, which is standard for 4 years, is the school fees. First of all, some of these beneficiaries that I've picked came personally to my office, and we could really evaluate. You know, you look at an elderly man walking on a walking stick, you can really tell that this one cannot afford. And another criteria we use is to engage the local leaders on ground to give us names of those we feel are really needy, yet they want to study. The whole of this idea started when we had lobbied for scholarships for the best performing students to join Senior 1 on a scheme in Kampala. But many people came to office and they could not qualify to get the points that they needed. They were looking at aggregate 4, 5, and 6. So I thought about it that if we can't get everybody to qualify for that scheme, what can we do? Probably my office can come up with an independent support to help some of these people. So that is the modus operandi of how we selected the beneficiaries. One of my key points in my manifesto when I was contesting, running during campaigns, was supporting education. So I am just delivering on what I pledged to the community. As a humanitarian person, I feel that my term of office, the 5 years that I've been elected as a woman member of parliament, I should have at least a certain category of people whom I will call, this was the team I supported, this was part of my achievement. And I am someone who likes education. I'm personally very passionate about education, and I want to see many of the people from my community, from Kitgum, afford education. So it's just the start, it's just the beginning. I want, by the time I'm getting out of my office, I at least have some good handful of people that have supported, have acquired education, and can, you know, take over. Any leader must look at empowering the community and looking at a baseline for the continuity of leadership. We don't stay in these seats forever. We are here 1, 2, 3 terms and we are out. But if a young girl who was under Lydia and Abel's scholarship managed to reach Senior 6, get a degree, get masters, and is ready to come and take over the responsibilities, that will be my happiness. So I'm doing this based on voluntary, based on passion for education, and based on legacy that I'm looking at. Well, for this lot, I have picked the 50 names. The rest, it will come later if another opportunity comes in. But I want to pick a number that I can manage. I don't want to pick a number, a big number, and I fail to manage. Because this means a commitment of 5 million shillings. Every term, you must put it aside to pay this school fees. So if I get more, I may not be able to sustain it. Already I have another team I'm supporting in the universities that I have to cater for. There are those I gave them, they have scholarship, they're in school, they've been facing challenges. I again had to come in and make a commitment to support them and contribute to the half tuition they're supposed to pay. Of course, you know our area, how people are grappling with poverty. So I want to finish what I've started. So I'll not be able to take more. I'll go with what I've picked for the moment. I want to call upon the parents to perform their duty. If I am contributing 100,000 shillings and the school fees is 120, I expect the parent to at least be able to get ready to meet the 20,000 and provide the materials, the books. But also, most importantly, talking to these children, encouraging them to study. You know, being concerned, you must take responsibility as a parent to know that it is late, but this girl is not yet back at home. It is late, this boy is not back at home. You know, most times we look at only the girl perspective, but even the boy child. I have now changed my mindset into advocating for both the boy child and the girl child, because we are leaving them lagging behind. So the parents must perform their role, providing the basic needs, talking to them, counseling them, ensuring that the child goes to school. I would be very disappointed to find that I have paid money for school fees, but then the child is not studying. you keeping her in the garden, you keeping her cooking at home, or you making her spend time selling alcohol and doing other things. I am going to be monitoring these students. I'll even visit them in their homes. I want to know where they stay. I'm going to meet with the parents. At a later date, I'm going to call for a meeting and take them through what I expect them to do and also encourage them so that we can achieve the goal. Because what I'm looking at is we want to see those whom you could really see that they've lost hope and they don't have any other way of, you know, achieving education, reach there where their dreams is. The future of this country is in the lives of these young people, and the backbone of our success is now on agriculture and education, if you analyze the challenges we have in our area. So I'll try and talk to the parents as well at a later stage.